Tiffany. Yes, you already have won the lottery. I'm going to put the spirit box on in a minute. How have you been, sweetheart? Hey, Molly. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to put this on mute for just a minute. I'm back. Motherfuck. I have a problem. I'll be right back. I mean, like, I was talking to someone on the phone. Sorry. You're feeling sick? I'm sorry you're feeling sick. What's making you feel sick, honey? Do you know? Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, Maria, what's up? Hey, Mellow Rain, welcome back to the chammy. You want to go sleep? You need a nap, Tiffany. I know I do. How have you all been today? Sure, you can get a reading. Which reading do you want? Okay, sweetheart. Okay, I permanently deleted it. No, it was never seen by anybody but me. Oops. Oh, me and my big mouth. Me and my big fat Greek mouth. Let me open a chat window on the laptop. I'm going to put the spirit box on and the REM pod on. Maria, put your questions in chat, sweetheart, or send them to me in a text. Dad's good. They gave him 50 milligrams of fentanyl and a 5 milligram oxycodone with 325 acetaminophen and a Lyric, and he's high as a kite. So I've had to sit on him a few times to make him stop trying to clean. And there's nothing really to clean, so I don't, you know, he's just like, I can't stop doing stuff and I can't stop eating. I'm like, yeah, he's high. I'm like, go get in bed, relax, just put on some of your favorite movies or TV shows. I'm like, take your puppy and go to bed, just chill out. You sent the questions to the text. Okay, 1 second. Let me open up a chat window so I can see y'all in chat instead of keep losing the chat. So tonight I've got a great question for the spirit box. I can't wait to ask it. Yeah, I haven't heard a peep out of him since I put him and the puppy to bed. Yeah, it's Tiffany. She's not feeling well because she says she's not getting enough sleep.
If a man really hated...
So, this is what I've been doing, Tiffany. Not getting enough sleep. I've decided to just stop that stupid 8 hours of sleep every day. Because it just doesn't work with my YouTube schedule, and it just doesn't work with my life schedule, and it just doesn't work with my friend's schedule, especially my work schedule. So, I'm up 12 hours a day, 7 days a week working, right? So that leaves me with, what, 8 hours of sleep or something like that? And after working for so long, I'll be so wound up, it'll take me a couple hours to wind down. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing the medieval nap thing where, like, you know, the sun's going down, I've, you know, worked today, I've eaten today, I've worked out today, the dogs are okay, I'm now going to go to bed with the chickens. And then wake up in a couple hours, make dinner, have dinner, work some more, then go back to sleep and get another 4 hours of sleep. Even if it's at the butt crack of dawn, you know, and I'm not going to try to waste my time getting a whole block in of 8 hours of sleep. It just isn't working for me. I'm going to have to just break it up. So maybe something like that might help you get more into natural rhythm where, you know, your body naturally wants to go to sleep when the sun goes down and wants to wake up when the sun comes up. It's just very natural for any living being. So you might be able to work something out with something like a sleep schedule like that, maybe, Tiffany, so you're not getting icky feeling because you're not getting enough sleep, you know. Take a couple naps instead of trying to sleep 8 hours. Trying to stay in one place for that long drives me crazy, actually. Well, thank you, Maria. I'm so glad I can help you with the readings. Let's put the REM pod and the spirit box on and let's get to your reading then, Maria. I need to grab a Tylenol at some point. If there's any good spirits that want to come and hang out with us tonight, please touch the REM pod. Don't touch me. Don't touch the people in the chat. Don't touch the dogs. Don't touch the people in the house. Don't touch the neighbors. Only touch yourself and the REM pod spirit. That's right, the spirit box speaker needs to be charged. Crap. Alright, well, I'll get it on anyways and then get it on charger in a minute. Hopefully I can turn on.
Maximum volume.
about her specific person's feelings for her. Maria's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. What is her specific person feeling thoughts about her today? What does she need to know about that spirit? Okay, alright, I'll accept that card. Maria, I almost called you Malter. Maria, it's just his name with the M upside down. I mean the W upside down. But Maria, how do you want that channeled message from your specific person? Do you want that through a tarot card, an oracle card, a poem, or a song? I'm only saying that because I've always had this problem where since the car accident, for some reason, like half of my arm, like I know it's there, I'm touching it, you know, the cards are touching it, I can feel it, but I don't feel it. Just whatever comes out, okay. That was face down, so let's see if I can get a card upright on the last question. So, in regards to thoughts and feelings, so you got the Strength card, which can be a very comforting kind of feeling. Like this person, you know, they feel that you're very strong and but also nurturing at the same time. Their head is still in the clouds about you, but in the Death card, I'm feeling. You know, the Death card came out when I started shuffling, and I put it back in the deck because I hadn't really started feeling like I was connecting with the cards or spirit just yet. I hadn't really asked about your most trusted and strongest spirit guides helping out, and I'm really feeling in regards to this Death card, it's almost as if this person, they want to, but they won't communicate in regards to, you know, how much are you willing to put up with? What do you have to expect tomorrow? Joy in the Sun card. Somebody in this energy here with the High Priestess may come forward and tell you something about being right about something, or that you said to them, or feeling as if there's something that they want to tell you or can tell you that about you, or how they feel about you, or something in perspective regarding someone who wants to come forward and tell you something, or they feel comfortable to tell you that would make them happy to tell you, but maybe not necessarily tell everyone. But there is definitely what to expect, some fair balance and choices made, you know, not only through joy, but because tomorrow, you know, you may be feeling more highly vibrational energy as you're going through the work week, and, you know, we get closer to the weekend. But don't burn out. In regards to the dark side, there is some forward movement there. But what these people want is intangible to them, really. I don't know that they'll ever really truly be happy unless they move forward with focusing on the things that really do serve them. Not just materialistically, but is materialistically even a word, but mentally and emotionally. A message from your specific person is just pretty clear. Have patience with me. I want to take care of you. Hold on as long as you can. Well, what do I mean by move forward? When you think about both aspects of the star, and both aspects of the star with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like they're moving forward with whatever plans, whatever things they maybe might be feeling intangible to them, moving more into the things that like are unknown to them, because it's as if they both know that it's time for like a reckoning of healing, like a reckoning of what's right compared to what looks right. It's like we've talked before. People they'll do everything they can in regards to making their appearance online look great, but when it really comes down to what's going on around them in their 3D reality, it's really not. It's not really a cake. It's more like a crumble cookie. Which many people would agree they're good, but I don't know, and I'm skeptical. I've never had one, so it's pretty much a crumble cookie over there. I mean, it looks good and it looks sweet, but at the end of the day, it's like it's really bad for you. You see what I'm saying? So neither one of them are really neither one of them. Both of them know what's going on, but neither one of them really know what's going on, except to just go with the flow and move forward with whatever life deals with them in that sort of way. I think they both want to have good luck with whatever they want in their lives, but I also feel like at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, sometimes people's legacy that's left behind is more important to them than what's actually going on in their 3D reality. Maybe it's sometimes more worth it to people to have and be living a dry ass reality when it's actually, it doesn't always have to be that way, and they're trying to make it like not look like that online. You see what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to make their kids and their families look better than they really are. Even if it's not as great as it seems, because of whatever reason. I'll tell you one thing, that's not me. I've always kind of quite been uncomfortable with this whole thing, but I think I've done a good job pushing through it, and I'm proud of myself for it because it has helped me a lot with my social skills and agoraphobia. Who keeps posting hi in the chat? Works or quirks, spirit. Oh my god, I have almost candy. I do, I have candy. Hey Ashley, how are you, dear? box, are you there? Is there anybody on the other side of the spirit box that wants to chat tonight? I have an update on Eliana. How is Vegas? Oh, Maria, thank you so much for the kisses. You're welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate your donation. It's very kind and sweet of you. So, what about Ileana? I had a really great time watching all the wrestling events I could online out of Vegas this weekend. I don't really know which part of WrestleMania was my favorite, but I would have to say, probably when Becky came out to fight, because Becky's my favorite wrestler. I know that might sound boring, but my first update was this morning that she posted her band was playing August 30 in Phoenix. Is she a car? Yeah, I didn't expect that you would watch either night. But seeing Becky come out to fight unexpectedly, that was pretty cool. Oh my god, that chocolate was hazelnut. It was heaven. I couldn't have shit. Raw was interesting tonight. I think one of the girls from NXT came out to fight Io Sky. I guess the NXT Women's World Champion. Was she from Chile, maybe? Oh my god, it's so bad. The scripting was so bad for WrestleMania this year. It was like... So I really only enjoyed Becky. I enjoy watching Rhea Ripley in her matches. She's a great athlete. Plus I gotta support my other goths. But it was good to see that girl from NXT on WWE tonight fighting Io Sky. I wonder which one this one is, like chocolate and... Oh, I don't need this one. This is coffee and cream. Grandma died. Whose grandma died? I'm gonna finish the chocolate. I can't be sad. I'm eating chocolate for someone who died. Oh, that sucks. I hate when grandmas die. This should not be allowed on Earth. I knew she was going through something. Gross. to talk to her at least. Maybe she will come to her senses and get clean. You're gonna get a taco box? Okay, babe. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Okay, get your headphones. I'll be here. And tell me all about Vegas when you get a chance. Wait, the chat keeps asking to say hi. I'm really confused. Did I just read that somebody said the chat keeps asking to say hi? You need a movie to watch? Watch Buffalo 66. Watch Doom Generation if you can find it. Or watch the Versailles series again. I love that one. I couldn't watch The Sound of Music if I tried. Maybe Gothic Sound of Music. I'll be right back. Why does the chat keep saying hi? I haven't seen that. So I have a question, Metal Rain. You saw it too, Molly? What's the account's name that's saying it? So Metal Rain, you're not seeing it come from just a username. You're just seeing something that's just there. That's nothing that says hi. Yeah, the chat's on. I'm gonna refresh the chat. I'm on the phone with Molly trying to figure it out. it just said Molly hi. You just said hi. That's it. What was weird about you saying hi? No, that's me typing hi. But you guys are seeing it keep saying hi? I mean... It did it again. Without a username? You guys are just... You guys are just seeing hi in the chat with no username. Can someone take a fucking screenshot of this shit or screen record it or something? My fucking hair on the back of my neck is gonna stand up. It's a hand emoji. What are you guys talking about? Look, this hand symbol? Well, Molly says she's seen it too. It says say hi in the live chat, and it's just the username is an emoji. You mean like this? Yeah, I'm probably not seeing it because either the account is hidden from me, is hidden from my account, or that emoji is probably blocked because you know how YouTube likes to block any emojis, even if it's like on the channel. I don't know why. So if their username is an emoji, I didn't think you could. I guess you can. Well, it's interesting that y'all see it, but I don't. Can you do a screen record or a screenshot of it so I can see it? Yeah, somebody send me a screenshot of it. Alright, bye, sweetheart. The hills are alive with the ghosties music. Alright, now I'm gonna be AFK for a minute. It won't take long. I just need to get another drink. And then we'll do your reading and talk about Vegas and Ileana. it's just a YouTube feature that's telling people who maybe, you know, come to the chat to say hi, encouraging people to say hi and talk. Okay, I'll look at it in a second. Well, I try not to think about those two. To be quite honest. Yes, but I think that you're very right about all that. Very right about all that. But the sad thing is that, see, when people get on cocaine, the sad thing is they think that it makes them feel, like I said before, like everything they're doing is okay, when it's sometimes it really isn't. I've had clients who have grief counseled who have been addicted to it, and what a mess. Oh yeah, you sent me a screenshot. Let me look. Oh, that's interesting. Did you copy and paste that said hi thing? Maybe it's not a YouTube feature. Maybe it is haunted. Maybe the ghost. Spirit box, what are you screaming about? I have to Google this now. The computer's gonna fry my eyeballs. I can't even find anything about it. I can't really find anything about it. Weird. There's not even a send button on the laptop. Maybe there's one on the phone. So that's just me saying hi, but it doesn't let me send anything without typing, so I don't know. That's weird. Well, YouTube is haunted here in my house. My dad's health is good. He's doing well. The procedure at the hospital went well. It was a bit strange being there at dawning and they telling everyone over the speaker at the Catholic hospital that the Pope died. That was pretty strange and sad. And I guess I've been living under a rock all my life because I heard of Easter Sunday, but I never heard of Easter Monday. So what's that all about? I guess the world has shifted into a new reality. I don't know, but it was so weird to have like everyone call Happy Easter Monday. Like, but he's feeling good. Hope you did well with your exams. That sounds fun. Whenever you're ready for your Tacobox medal, go ahead and put the questions in the chat, dear. Oh, thank you, CR. I hope that you have a good day. And let me know how your exams went. Be safe. Yeah, let's manifest a $2,000 tip. Did the spirit box just say Trump? Can we just have one day where we don't hear anything about politics, spirit, please? I just don't want to hear anything about politics or political people. Please, spirit. Is that what you're yelling about, spirit, by the way? Is there anything else that you'd like to tell us other than anything about politics, spirit? Let us know.
Low battery.
I know, I need to charge your battery. Did it just say puppy? You want to play baseball, spirit? I don't play baseball, spirit.
Low battery.
Okay, will it be okay to send my condolences to Ileana? It would definitely be okay. And you should. Spirit, see what Spirit says. Spirit, what does Metal Ray need to know about sending his condolences to Ileana about her grandmother who passed?
Low battery.
Spirit says yes. It'll make her feel better, make her feel more balanced. Spirit, with her Arizona show, was she planning to ask Metal Rain to drive her there? Is Liliana planning on asking Metal Rain to help with the show in Arizona?
Low battery.
Yeah. She may have very well thought of that. Yeah, but just because somebody's bipolar doesn't mean that they're gonna flip their switch on you if they're properly taking their medication and properly getting the therapy. But if she's bipolar without the therapy, without the medication, yeah, that might not be something that you would want to try without really finding the courage to say your words, delicately, but, genuinely. But the card, the Justice card, is a yes, saying that it will be okay if you send condolences. It will help her. The Star card saying, yeah, she was thinking about asking you, but in the Star card, she's also feeling that that's probably something that's intangible and won't be happening. Even though it's a yes card at the end of the day, like, she was definitely thinking about asking. But she thinks it's also out of her reach at the same time, that it's not possible, so she probably won't ask. But she probably will ask. Like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. 3, will this finally be her wake-up call to get off meth? Excuse me. Oh, that's interesting with the spirit box going off like that. Yeah, she must not be getting the treatment she needs for that. Well, these are good cards. Every single card came out of the deck and fell face down, but let me pick up the ones that are face up and we'll go through them. Spirit says, yeah, it's like a wake-up call. And look, it is the Judgment card with the angel calling the horn on the horn. She feels it very well may be just the next right thing for her to get it together. But she definitely wants to move forward with something like that in the Chariot. She's definitely had the epiphany within regards to her life and the steering wheel of her life and moving forward with what it is that she feels that she's been called to do within regards to it being a wake-up call. But it's so interesting, the Judgment came out and that angel blowing the horn is about a call to action. It's almost like it's been some kind of intervention for her, for sure. Okay, let's do a channeled message from a future version of her. I don't need all the cards. I'm missing a card. Maybe I counted wrong. Let me count the cards again. sometimes happens. Or like a card will just disappear into thin air. So maybe I'll just get a different deck. I'm feeling like called to get a different deck anyways. That is probably just going off because I hit the back of the dresser. Card. Sorry about that, Metal Rain. Aw, hey sweetheart, how are you? Wow, the spirit box just said Julie. I gotta get the spirit box charged up here in a minute. Spirit, I'm calling forth Ileana, Meadow Rain's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides tonight. I'd like to channel a message from a future version of Ileana. Channel a message from future version of Ileana for Meadow Rain. Hey, private name, welcome back. Missing a cat again.
Low battery.
It just said Duke. That's the name of the ghost that has a crush on Molly. Are you here tonight, Duke?
Low battery.
Is my comment box working? It's been kind of weird tonight, but I think it is. Yes, your ghost boyfriend. So, got this beautiful card, which I feel you've gotten this card before. But in regards to Ileana, this is card number 21. It's called Ecstasy. The direction is west. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy. One of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyousness is to examine the dark side of your being, that instinctual nature that most human beings repress in civilized life. Within this instinctual nature are the seeds of ecstasy. We tend to live in our minds and our emotions, occasionally in spirit and almost never in our instinctual depths. We are born as wild as mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves and our existence.
Low battery.
Sit on the earth with your back against a tree and get in touch with your roots, which move deep into Middle Earth. This will restore your joyousness and balance. Hey, and it's Earth Day. Listen to your body, mind, and your heart. What are you telling you about a given situation? Ecstasy is like a wild horse waiting to be ridden. Ecstasy is like a wild horse waiting to be ridden, the last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment. Take courage and live your passions fully. So I feel like what this card is telling you in regards to a channel message, something that she would tell you that she probably can't tell you or wouldn't know how to put into words, is that she is looking for her joy and has found it in the future. She's been deeply examining her dark side, which brings her to the enlightenment of this card, Ecstasy, that her joy becomes more happy, has become more of a happy thing for her to want to obtain more than anything else in the situation. You know, to be able to sit and feel that balance and that joy, to be one with Earth. I also feel like she's telling you to do the same, and maybe even Spirit is saying that, you know, through you, helping her manifest a better outlook on things, that you know, she will be able to overcome some of the things that herself, where she finds joy in her life instead of what doesn't serve her. I gotta find something to charge this. But it seems like out of that card, I feel the future version of herself is a much more joyful one, of course, but much more deeply spiritual than the one that is existing, that version of her now.
Battery.
Low battery. Okay. Got a charger for it. Yeah. I tried to understand like depression, schizophrenia, bipolar stuff. Like I'd really try to understand that stuff better than
Low
maybe other
battery.
people who don't. I don't know. I try to understand it, but I don't understand it. So it's like the more that people like explain to me their experiences that they are having, if they have things like neurodiversities like that, I find it to be interesting to learn more about that kind of stuff, and and help people who are maybe in between therapists or stages of their life where they just need someone to listen instead of someone to judge. I'm pretty good at that.
Low battery.
That's Molly. But yeah. So I don't I don't really I understand depression. I really do. I have a excuse me, I have a friend I played video games with for many years who has schizophrenia. And yeah, he admits to he lets me know when he's batshit crazy and when he's not. And he says as long as he has weed, he's fine. But he did finally was able to get like the help he needs through doctors and is on his medication. It's regulated. I don't always talk to him or see him a lot online, but when I do, that's usually what we're talking about. Him and his schizophrenia. But I've never had like any, problems playing games online with him and our friends. I mean, you're talking about like a group of people that know each other only because I know all of them and met all of them, and so they all met each other because I was friends with each individual person, and we played and rated in-game games like Final Fantasy or Quest. But in regards to, some of the things that they experience or feel, like I don't understand it, I don't understand manic depression like I understand depression. I don't understand schizophrenia like I do tarot cards. I don't understand what being bipolar is like unless somebody expresses to me what they're going through, or I'm having an experience that's positive or negative with somebody who has that neurodiversity. Do I know what it's like to be ADHD? Yes. I know what it's like to drink a cup of coffee and pass out. It's either one extreme and it's no extreme. It's either all or nothing. I mean, at least with me it is. And I don't know if the other and dyslexia, but I don't really know if you can count dyslexia as, I don't know. I've seen some things differently because of it, I feel, that other people really can't comprehend metal rain because of dyslexia. But in regards to ADHD, I'm not really sure that it's as intense for someone who maybe has bipolar schizophrenia like my friend Chris. I'm not really sure. I think the main thing that's important to him is that, he wants to make sure that he's not feeling, crazy at the end of the day, and like he wants to kill his family. And I laugh about that because it's just become like a regular joke. But he really does struggle with it because he doesn't want to hurt anybody. He especially doesn't want to hurt himself. Yeah, video games seem to help him distract himself from his issues. Well, exactly, and that's what he said, private name, is that it's not a joke. It really is a red flag, but, we will laugh about it because, well, he laughs about it, so, I'm laughing with him because it's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of scary. And one of my natural reactions to things that are scary to me is like to laugh. And that is actually a natural reaction to a lot of people when there's something shocking going on or something that is a bit strange. But you know, at least he admits it and he takes the action to, you know, not put himself in a position where he feels crazy. So, well, yeah, it's a red flag, but I would be more concerned if it was somebody who was not getting the treatment, not getting the help they need, not regulating their medications, not regulating their health. Like, Ileana is not regulating her health. You know, I think the difference between Chris and Ileana right now is that Ileana has a meth problem. She's bipolar, and she may have schizophrenia, whereas my friend Chris does not do drugs. He smokes weed, but that's about it. He's never done coke. He's never done meth. He's not interested in things like that. He doesn't even drink. But at the end of the day, Ileana is seeing strange things and experiencing strange things, and she refuses to get help for it. Whereas Chris is like, I'm feeling like batshit crazy today, so I need to go see my therapist, or I need to go and take, you know, some time with my doctors and see if I need to re-regulate anything, or take more or take less, you know, things like that. This is a person who's been very responsible about being aware of their neurodiversity, whereas Ileana is not. She is not taking actions to admit that she needs help for what she's seeing and what she's experiencing, and making other people see making other people see in her and experiencing things that scare them. Whereas with Chris, you know, it's not like he's hurting anybody. He's not putting anybody through anything that's terrifying. I mean, in fact, he's calling me on the phone freaking out because his brother and his mother they're abusive people. At the end of the day, they have issues that I don't even think God could fix. But and we don't live in the same state or anything like that. But you know, we don't visit each other. But we do talk on the phone and play games, and have for many years. No, I mean, not recently in the last couple of years, but still, it's like, it's interesting to see how much someone can improve upon themselves when they do get the help they need for PTSD or any really neurodiversity at all, especially something like schizophrenia and being bipolar. Some people who have schizophrenia and bipolar are some of the most amazing, can be some of the most amazing people in the world, and be some of the kindest too. You know, I've just gotten a whole bag of mixed cats of people who have these different neurodiversities. You know, I've met the ones who, like, we're playing chess, everything's fine, 5 minutes later I won, and they're having a meltdown, trying to strangle me. But at the same time, I've had experiences where I've not experienced anything abnormal, uncomfortable, or strange. So it's really interesting to me how it's like almost like people's neurodiversities is like makes them almost like a paradox, like or a double-edged sword, almost like you don't really know what you're gonna get, but if you take your time and you're patient and keep an open mind. Universal Horror Nights, have a drink to calm my nerves. Anyone get kicked out. But yeah, it's interesting what you said, Private Name, about the red flag. He has said that himself. It's a red flag. I need to go to the doctor, get my medication regulated, and stay away from people, and isolate myself with video games and weed. And, you know, and that's one reason why he does not want to be in a relationship. He does not want to get married, and he doesn't want to have kids, because that kind of stuff doesn't really, it's interesting, it doesn't really do anything for him, he said. I mean, he said he'd like to have a girlfriend, but at the same time, he doesn't really know if he, you know, he could really be in a relationship. Because it isn't something, like, everybody wants to have somebody except Chris. And the only reason I know that is because he works with a girl at the General Dollar store that he said he started to like her. For the first time in years, he actually met a girl he liked. I mean, he had a girlfriend previously, but she obviously cheated on him and it didn't work out. So he was surprised himself that he met someone at work that he actually liked and thought maybe he could, you know, have a friend who's a girl. But like more like a girlfriend instead of just somebody he talks to on the phone like me. Or playing video games with me and my gamer friends. Yeah, good night, private name, sweetheart. You have a good night and be safe. Yeah, I think it's very important for Ileana, for someone in her situation. I mean, she's bipolar and she has PTSD. The meth is not going to help that at all. I'm pretty sure it's contributing to a lot of her psychoses as well. Excuse me, and her poor decision making. Because there's only 3 types of people in the world. All right. There's the poison people, okay, and right now, Ileana is very poisoned to you. Alright? Very poisoned. And very poisoned to herself and others. Alright? She'll use you, abuse you, manipulate you. Now, underneath all that, there's probably a really good person that she'd like to get back to being, or that she would like to be that version of herself someday. But right now, she's in that poison category. Why? Because she's not just somebody you go and buy your gas from every day, or your beer, or your concert tickets, and, you know, or maybe someone you just go and buy your produce or your groceries from the market. You see him every once in a while. Hey, nice to see you. That's the every other day person. So that's the second type of person on earth. Then there's the third type of person. And the third type of person is very rare. And you're lucky to even have one in your life. All right? Some people don't even have one, and that's the people who nurture you. Now, yes, there are many, many, many different types of people, but really that's about it. Those are going to be the 3 rinse, repeat, recycle combinations that you get with people. And those different versions of people might change over the years. Somebody who's not necessarily incredibly toxic, who nurtures you, can flip and turn the switch and cut you, you know, and you've known them for years, and next thing you know, they've done something that, you know, you're not going to get over, no matter how you cared or loved them. You see what I'm saying? And those actions could have very well been taken upon, those choices might have been made by that person because they had a neurodiversity, or they had a drug problem, or they had PTSD, or they did something. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably just rambling here now, but what I'm saying, Mental Rain, is there's only really 3 types of people. And the person that taught me that was my grandfather, who had definitely some issues from his life growing up around the Cosa Nostra, and his dad being the one that started it, and having to see and witness the horrors that his mother and him were put through, excuse me, because of it. And when he got out of it and he came back from killing Nazis, and he was just a mess. I mean, he was a whole person, right? But he had to get some serious therapy. But he wasn't the kind of person who was actively staying in that state of mind that was a red flag. Like, he knew he had a problem, and he gave my grandmother a divorce because of it and went and got help. Because I guess that's what they thought was right for them in 1950. And there hasn't been a divorce in my family since. And it's funny because they spent the rest of their lives together, but not necessarily living together. They just lived down the street from each other. And they always said about each other that they were like the love of each other's life, even if they were married to other people or dating other people or not married. But he was so crazy. He would get so mad, he would like rip the buttons off his shirt and tear his shirt off. And my mom would say he'd get really, really crazy. And then He said it took him years of therapy to realize there really are only three kinds of people in the world, and you've got to choose. You know, you got to pick and choose your battles with the rinse repeat cycle kind of people you're going to meet. You're going to meet people that nurture you. You're going to meet people who are just every other day people that you're really not going to have a deep connection with. But you know them and you're polite and you're like, hey, it's nice to see you. Thanks for helping me at the supermarket or wherever you might, you know, pay your bills or whatever. But then the poison people. And sometimes you don't see the poison people for the trees, you know, like it's like they kind of will sometimes blend in with the people that nurture you and the every other day people that, and you don't realize 5 years have gone by and you know, next thing you know, your friend has a knife to your gut and is robbing you. Yeah, yes, you are nurturing poison, but here's the thing. Everybody needs somebody. Okay? Look at a dog that's bad. All right? The dog is only acting out because of what it's had to learn for its survival skills. All right? It's not because it's stupid. It's not because it's a dumb dog. It's not because it's sick. You know, I don't even know. Do dogs have neurodiversities? I'll have to look that up. Baby, are you ADHD, honey? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, am I nurturing toxicity because I'm helping people with grief counseling sessions? Am I nurturing toxicity because, you know, it's really, I mean, I guess it's just the way you look at it. Some people's success to them is Britney Spears. You know, success to me in the morning is waking up and I can walk without crutches. You know, and everyone's alive and breathing and eating and having breakfast or, yeah, everyone's okay. She lives in North Hollywood. What a lucky girl. Well, the thing is this. She has to want the help. Okay? You can talk to your blue in the face to God. Alright? To the devil. To me. To the wrestler lady. To a doctor. To your mother. To yourself. You can talk to your blue in the face about, oh, I wonder if so-and-so can help them. Yes, we can all help her. But she has to want the help. And I want the dog. Or I want you to have a dog. That's what we're manifesting. We're focusing on doggy getting good dog mom, good dog dad. And, you know, I don't necessarily really want you to just don't want you to let go of Eliana either because, you know, that dog. And also her well-being. And Eliana's well-being too, but it's like, you know, we can all help her, but she has to want it. You know, she has to want to have an enlightening experience that will, hold on, I'm at 10%. She has to want that enlightening experience where she lets go of what is controlling her and puts all the labels aside and, you know, burns her idols and the ideas and the ideals of what she thought was. She's going to have to wipe away the whole past clean. The parts that don't serve her. Okay? Talking about the ex-douchebag, you know, the drugs, the band members that they only want to fuck her and fuck her over. See, this is the problem that I had with my band. Is I could not pick the forest for the trees. When it came to people and their neurodiversities and their drug problems, they would hide them from me. So the band would do really great, and then next thing I know, the band would break up, or something would happen with the band, and I would blame it on myself. Like I blamed it on myself for years that, you know, my band and I did so much, and went fucking nowhere. And it was all because at the end of the day I didn't realize that my guitar player was a heroin addict because he was hiding it from everybody else. I didn't realize that my drummer was a cokehead. I didn't realize that Marcus had a drug problem. All right, and then I didn't have my drummer that I work with now, who's been my drummer since I was a little girl, because he got married to somebody and was in a terrible relationship with somebody who had a drug problem again. So he was trying to, help his son and protect his son and keep his workflow going while he had this wife he was also trying to please by maybe doing things he didn't like to do but did them because, how could he say no to someone who made $90,000 a year? And he could have, and he did eventually, because it was toxic for him, and at the end of the day, it was just toxic for everybody. Has she turned full face? Well, I heard that she did, but it doesn't mean that she's still, the kind of stability that the group and the foundation that of friends that had, come together and molded together as friends throughout the year despite her. Like, she is still kind of toxic in the foundation of the love and trust area and department. But at least, it all turned out perfect, it all turned out great. And I didn't have to lift a finger to fix it. But somebody has to want to be free from the power or the authority that they feel is over them. Somebody, which is her meth problem, and then her, not wanting to impress upon her subconscious, the mental wealth and help that she needs. She has to want it. It's like with manifesting. If I can manifest a McDonald's, right? But I still have to get up off my fat ass and order it. I hope that makes sense. I don't want a McDonald's at all. I'd much rather have a Thai curry. If anybody wants to get a paid reading or wants to get a free yes/no question, please put it in the chat now or make your donations, because this iPad is going to die in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I could take one reading if somebody wants to pay for one. Hey, I'm back. Welcome back. But like I was saying, you know, she still wants help. Well, if you drive off with Gemma, here's the thing. If she has Gemma registered with LA County, then it will be considered a felony because you stole her dog, is how she'll look at it. So you don't really know Gemma's background. You don't know if Gemma has, well, first of all, she could be lying about Gemma even having any kind of papers. She could also be lying about, you know, her vaccinations and taking her to the vet so that she can get the paper to, you know, register her with LA County. She lives in LA County or Orange. Now, if she didn't have the dog registered, you know, I don't think the cops would care, but it's absolutely important if you have a pet to register it with the county you live in. Protect it. I need to register my pets. LA County Animal Control. All dogs in the county of Los Angeles must be licensed. In unincorporated areas and the majority incorporated cities by department, cats must also be licensed. And this is just to protect the animal from being stolen, really. Because if you don't have that registration, you're fucked. Yeah, don't drive off with Gemma. But, you know, you might be able to get into a conversation with her where it's like, you know, let me help you take care of Gemma more. If you need help with Gemma, instead of, you know, go to rehab and give me your dog kind of thing. I don't know. I never tried to figure any of that out so that I could just let the universe figure it out. What if you secretly record her yelling at the dog? Well, you could report it to animal control just to let them know that it bothers you. So that they know there's an animal who's living with somebody. Hey, honey, how are you, sweetheart? How are you, Yang? You know, just so that maybe animal control knows, hey, I care about this animal. I'm worried about it. It's living with somebody who has, you know, neurodiversities that are not being treated by doctors. And somebody who's doing drugs, and I'm worried about the dog, and I just want to let animal control know because I care. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Nothing wrong with that at all. You're not lying, you're not trying to steal the dog, you're not trying to take the dog away. You're trying to let animal control know that you're a responsible dog who cares about the dog and noticed this form of abuse. Because it's still a felony at the end of the day, her yelling at the dog like that. There's really no need for it. Yeah, my dad's good, Yang. He's good. Thanks for asking about him, sweetheart, and coming by to say hi. Yeah, it has been crazy. He's pretty good tonight. He's feeling much better. In fact, I'm going to go in there and check on him in a minute. Oh, thank you so much for the donation, honey. Let me see how much time I have on the iPad for reading. 1 second. God, I'm at 6%. It could die any minute now. Do you want to do a reading, Yang? I mean, if you want to do it now, we can, or we can do it privately tomorrow, and we can do it through email, and I can make you a video, and you just come to the channel and watch it privately. What kind of reading would you like, sweetheart? Did you want to get the past, present, future? Or did you want to just get like a couple questions and do 20 plus cards? Just one question, okay. What's your question, sweetheart? Thank you so much for the donation for Dad and I appreciate that. I'm now splitting the donations between my dad and I and my friend Travis and his mom to help her feed him. I don't know what's gonna happen though. I don't even know if he's coming home or they're gonna send him to the penal colony. So once they send him to the penal colony, I'm not really sure that we'll be ordering meals for him anymore, because they'll probably just feed him whatever grub they have at the prison. So you have a court case coming up on June 12th. Okay, I need to know if everything's going to be good or not, so I can be prepared. Okay. Let's just get into what you need to know about that right now. What do I do with the cards? I just had them right here. Hold on, sweetheart. I know I just have them right here. There we go. Let's see what the tarot cards say about June 12th. Spirit, I'm calling forth Yang's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. She has a court date coming up. Court case opening up on June 12th. She needs to know if everything's going to be good or not, so she can be prepared. So I'm calling forth her most trusted and most strongest spirit guides in regards to Yang's question regarding her court case coming up. So we've got the moon. I feel like there's a lot of hurdles to jump over here, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like what the moon card is letting you know is the sun is illuminating the situation, and it will bring you some happiness and joy, no matter how dark it seems. You'll go through these trials in regards to this situation, but it's going to bring you to the light of things. It's going to bring you out on the other side, a much better version of your life and yourself. I know it might feel difficult, but you will move forward through this, and there will be a pot of gold or a rainbow at the end. You know, it's a promise letting you know everything will be okay in that chariot, and you will move forward through this, and you will move past this. You will have to make some choices, but they won't be difficult choices, because you'll have loved ones around you to help you talk about it or help you make decisions if you're feeling indecisive. Okay, and you know you can always talk to me, and you know you can always talk to us here at the Chammy. One time, Ileana, she was yelling at the dog, and Richard told her something. And he probably told her to shut the fuck up. No, I would. Spirit, what else does Yang need to know about this court case? So while it might feel like a little bit of a death to the old, you know, it is definitely a new beginning. While it might feel a little bit dark in that moon, it's really not. The sun is illuminating. And, you know, you can't have rainbows without storms. So it will feel a little bit stormy right now. It will feel a little bit unsettling, but Spirit's saying it will move forward in your favor. There's been like a call of action here, excuse me, for you in this Judgment card. Once again, to be aware and be careful of the choices you make. Pick and choose your battles wisely, okay? The whole situation is going to transform you for the better in the Death card. Like I said, dead to the old and hello to the new, okay? Let's see what the Power deck has to say to you, and get some messages from this liminal space deck real quick. no space deck cards. But I feel called to just kind of shuffle the ones I have because what Spirit needs to say to you through them. It's just, it won't matter if there's 100 cards or 3. The passing of time. They know not what they do. I see that you are here and I'm glad. So as the passing of time, as the time has gone by, all right, as time has passed by, caution, because they know not what they do. So be careful, just be careful of anybody who starts a dumpster fire with you or wants to play dumpster fire, or you see a dumpster fire, run. Spirit says, I see that you're here and I'm glad. It's my house. Let's get you a power deck card in regards to the situation, what you need to know right now before the live turns me off the YouTube. Spirit, I'm calling forth, okay, you know, okay, good, because I don't know, I'm just the messenger. Spirit, I'm calling forth Yang's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. Can we get a little bit of insight on the future here with her and her situation? Enduring. Let's see what the card looks like. Yeah, you're gonna have to be strong. You gotta be strong, honey. So you can see the card a little bit better. There's a lizard, there's like a back and forth spiral thing, which I really feel like that's a message about like the way that life chi energy flows. You know, it's telling you to go with the flow. You're strong. You're going to make it through this. You will endure this situation. Take a stone in your hand and meditate on it, or use the stone surface pictured on the card. Go into the stone. Experience her quiet soul. The stone welcomes your visit. Let her experience the inside of your heart as well. See how you are each an enduring mirror for one another. How you are everywhere, mirroring everything. The stone absorbs you and you absorb the stone. How can you be alone if you are part of everything? You are the totality of enduring existence, therefore nothing in existence can upset you. So take the stone in your hand and meditate on it, or use the stone surface to picture it. Go into the stone. Experience your cause. I also feel like Spirit saying, you know, maybe smoke some weed. If you can. So you can endure this shit. I don't know if you smoke weed, but I just was talking about the stone, so. You're welcome, Yang. Thank you for your donation tonight. I really do appreciate it. It's very kind and sweet of you. I got one for you. Am I gonna scare Kay this summer by renting a car in Greensboro when you're done? Okay. Told him I'm not against renting a car, but oh my god, I think I'd scare the poor man. Why would you scare him? I will, sweetheart. I'll take care. Love you, honey. Be safe, Yang. Be good to yourself with your thoughts, alright? This live is gonna go out in a minute, so let me see. Well, is she gonna scare Kay when she rents a car? Why would that scare him? I don't know where my mind is gone. Let's see what the yes or no cards say. My driving can be questionable. Really? Okay, well, remind me to never let you drive me anywhere. Spirit, what does remind me not to allow you to drive me anywhere. Spirit, what does she need to know about him freaking out? No, he's not gonna freak out. No. Why do you think your driving is questionable? Hello from Holland. How are you today? So here's what your card says. It's nice to meet you. You want the what spirit? So the veil of fateful changes often involves the most ordinary of events. They gradually replace a situation in 6 to 9 months with less ordinary components and participants. The contrast pushes you to a higher level where poetry and discipline meet. The balance of the universe depends on it. I feel like it's saying, yeah, sure, rent a car and write a poem about it. Do we have Bojangles chicken over there? Yeah, why does everybody love Bojangles? You want Bojangles chicken, just go to Publix. It's more fresh and cheaper. Yeah, we had Bojangles when she came here. I'd never had Bojangles before. So she likes to order things that I've never had before or never tried. I still haven't been to Chipotle. I still haven't had a crumble cookie. There's still a lot of things that I haven't tried and probably wouldn't unless she was like, let's try it. Then biscuits, though. I don't know. I really, I know it sounds terrible, but I really like Kentucky Fried Chicken's biscuits better than Bojangles. I know I'm disgusting. You had it for the first time this weekend? Wow, so you broke your Bojangles cherry. You haven't done crumble cookie? Wow. Popeyes is better. I've never had Popeyes anything. But if you say that Popeyes has better biscuits, I'll believe you. Bo Cherry. Yeah, Lorraine popped his Bo Cherry. Church's has excellent biscuits. I agree. You know what? You know who really had really good biscuits was Mrs. Winters. And I think they reopened it back here in Georgia somewhere. Man, they had the best biscuits and gravy. Oh my God. You stopped to get the pickled asparagus. You couldn't pay me to eat that shit. Well, maybe you could, but it had to be $1 million. Popeyes has the best mashed potatoes. There were Girl Scouts selling cookies and he was referring to them as his dealers. That's hilarious. Can't resist Thin Mints. I really like grasshoppers, which are a lot like Thin Mints. Okay, I should be back on the live now.
I'm scared. My Texas crazy driving skills.
I should be back on the live now. Is it working for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
I think it's working. Yeah, I hear it. Okay, it's working. Okay.
But, nobody's here, so maybe I should just go to bed. I have been awake since the butt crack of dawn.
I'll see if Metal's still there. I'll see.
I don't see him. Oh, I see him in chat. Okay. But it could be just because I didn't
I think he
refresh
went
it.
to bed.